Hello, Coolspa patients, friends, and family. This is Ellie. I'm one of Dr. Rappaport's medical assistants, and today I'm going to be bringing you a fun little workout video if you're looking for some ideas on how to keep your booty in shape until the next time you can make it into the office. So I have a body weight circuit for you guys to try out today with 10 exercises to target your glutes and also get you a little bit of cardio workout as well. All of it you should be able to do inside in a relatively small space. There's only one exercise that requires any kind of additional or extra weight, and it's totally optional. You should be able to use kind of anything around the house that's kind of heavy. You don't have to use a dumbbell. I'm going to use, just hold a couple books just to give you guys an idea for something else you could do if you don't have any free weights with you in your house. And you'll be able to see that later on in the video what I'm talking about. So why don't we go ahead and get into a little warm-up first. So this is just one quick little warm-up option for you guys. So I'll demonstrate this for everyone. So for the step-ups, I have some stairs here, but if you don't have stairs, you can use a sturdy chair, a stool, and you can kind of adjust it to the height that you want. And for this kind of step-up, I'm also lifting my knees, so I guess it's a little bit more of a knee up here. So I'm going to do 15 on each leg, and that's just going to sort of help get your temperature up and get your core warm instead of going outside and jogging if you're not able to go outside. And when you're doing the step-ups, you want to make sure you keep a good posture. You want to try to keep your spine in alignment, and you want to keep your shoulders back and chest up. So I'm not going to make you watch the entire step-up situation. You get the idea. So next is what I know as a Jane Fonda, basically just a reverse leg raise. So we're going to go through 10 of those on the first leg. And then I'm going to switch into the fire hydrant for this leg. Basically bend the knee at 90 degrees and lift it to your side, and you want to try to keep your core stable. You want to avoid twisting your shoulders at all when you do that exercise. And this is a hamstring whip. Basically, you just push your toe up by your hands to get a little bit of a stretch and also a little bit of glute activation there. And then you just repeat everything on the other leg. I went ahead and sped it up for you so you didn't have to watch everything all over again. So this is just a mini suggested warm-up. Some people might want to repeat it twice, or if you have your own more extensive warm-up that you usually prefer, then you guys can go ahead and do that one first too. Just listen to your body when it comes to how much you should warm up. Alright, now for the circuit. So the goal would be to go ahead and repeat the circuit 3 times. If you are pretty experienced with working out, you could maybe even push for 4, or if you're a beginner, you might just try twice. So go ahead and put on your favorite music. And this is actually the second round that I filmed because the first time I had to move a couple chairs out of the way. So 10 of each exercise until the end. So we're going to go ahead and start with the burpees there. Pretty classic exercise. I'm doing a burpee without push-up, but if you want to do burpee with push-up, you can too. I just have a shoulder injury currently, so I've been avoiding certain exercises. So we're going to make it through 10 burpees. And then we're going to start with 10 sumo squats. You want to have your feet out wider than your shoulders, point your toes slightly out. You want to make sure that your knees don't buckle in while you do this, and I've turned to the side just so you can get a better idea for the depth and some of the form here. Also, if you'll notice how I'm squeezing my butt at the top of the exercise, that's something that you want to do when you're squatting. Then we have the alternating lunge jumps front and back. You want to make sure you keep your chest up, and you can either hold your hands on your waist or use them a little bit to stabilize you if you want to switch arms with each leg. And then next we have the bridge hold. So you're gonna go ahead and lay down, put your feet flat on the floor, and go ahead and lift your butt to the top of that bridge. You don't want to push your back into an arch. You want to make sure that your spine stays straight, and you'll still get plenty of squeeze in that butt. And so I'm holding the bridge for 10 seconds, and I'm doing 10 reps of that exercise. I'm going to go ahead and speed the rest of this exercise up for you guys because it does take a while. I felt like this is sort of the most booty burn exercise for me, so make sure you take your time and really hold that for the full 10 seconds. So next we have an exercise that we call the kneeling good morning. So you're gonna hinge at your waist and push your hips back behind you, and you're going to squeeze your butt at the bottom to lift yourself back up. You want to try to mostly use your glutes and not so much your core for this exercise. Keep your chest up. I'm going to turn so you can see the angle a little bit better. So sit your hips back. You might even feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstring sometimes. And then you see once I hit the bottom of that exercise, I've just squeezed my glutes fully all the way to the top until the range of motion is finished. Now we have the alternating side squat. This is a little bit more of a classic. You want to make sure that you're keeping your chest up. I always like to say, if my hands weren't covering my sports bra, if you have writing on your shirt, you want the person in front of you, or I guess in this case the camera, to be able to read it. And I think you would be able to read that Nike underneath my hands there. Just get as much depth as you can at this point in the workout, especially if this is your second round. You might be starting to get a little bit tired. Then we have the single leg chair squat. I find this one can be a little bit difficult, especially because I don't have great ankle stability, but if I can do it, you can do it. So you want to find a chair that's a height that you're comfortable with. This couch is pretty low, as you can see, but I'm going to get a full range of squat there. So lift the leg you're not using out in front of you. That should help to stabilize you a little bit. You can stabilize yourself with your arms as well. And then just go ahead and sit straight back until you feel the touch of that chair. So I'm switching to the other leg now. And as you'll see, when I say you just want to touch the chair, use that feeling as an indicator that it's time to stand up again. You're not really sitting down on the chair. You don't want to let go of that tension in your hamstring or in your glute. You want to use that touch as a sign to stand right back up again. So I'm just going to finish those out. Yep, that's the last one. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my books. I have 2 high school yearbooks in my hand that I'm using. I would say this is equivalent to about 4 pounds. I probably would have liked to use a little bit more weight on this, but whatever you guys have hanging around. If you have a dumbbell, that's easier. If you don't, then you can definitely makeshift some weight. So this is an RDL, or a Russian deadlift, a single leg version. So this exercise also requires some ankle stability and a little bit of balance. You're going to lower yourself down on one leg while you kick the other leg up behind you. It actually helps to kick that back leg up higher. For some reason that makes the exercise a little bit easier and makes your balance a little bit easier. And then slowly take your time standing back up on that other leg. You should definitely feel this in your hamstring and in your glutes, and make sure that you're squeezing those areas to really get the most out of the exercise. Now we're going to switch legs here. And again, this is an exercise that you want to make sure that you're having really good posture for. Keep your chest up the whole time as much as you can. It can be a little bit of a balance challenge. You just really want to make sure you take your time with this one. And also for the balance, if you kind of focus your vision on one spot on the floor and keep it there, I find that that can also help. So we have the last couple RDLs here, and again, you want to make sure that you're using the hamstring and the glute from that straight leg to pull yourself back to a stand. The last one, maybe a little weak, on to the next. I think this is a pretty popular Instagram exercise. This is what I call a wide out. Probably has a couple other names too. Basically, you start in the middle, you jump your legs out into a wide squat, and then push yourself up into the middle again. And again, make sure that you are focusing on those glutes and those hamstrings to propel you. So it's been 10 of everything up until this point, but now we're going to do 15 of these speed skaters. I find that the opposite arm, opposite leg really helps with balance here. And you should really feel this exercise up on the side of the glute and a little bit on the side of the thigh. Try to get it going as fast as you can. I know you'll probably be tired by this point. And again, you want to make sure you keep your chest up. You can read the Nike on that sports bra. And we made it through. So here's just a refresher of the exercises. And we're going to ideally complete the circuit 3 full times. So this is actually the first time that I completed it. I ended up having to move that chair and a couple other things out of the way the first time I did it. So I thought the second time would be a little better for the demonstration. So we're starting off with those 10 burpees. thanks so much for joining me in that little workout. I hope you liked it. Let me know if it was too easy or too hard. I can always make another one, or target like a different body part. And I just finished up a whole bunch of stretches, so we could also do like a stretching video or something like that too. Let me know what you might be interested in. All right, stay healthy.